Gang, it's the faithful boys in the building. Been good. P Warrior _9. Special guest from the always faithful 24/7 crew. The big homie Mark in the building.
What's up?
Was
What's
good
up?
with it.
All is well, man. God bless you and Troy for having us. My brothers ain't here yet, but I want to thank you both for having us on the show, man. God bless.
Oh man, appreciate you coming on, bro.
Out,
Uh,
man.
Look,
Bang.
y'all already been getting it in, dog. Like
God bless.
y'all,
Thank you.
yeah.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry, I kind of stopped y'all flow, but
Yeah.
a
No,
lot of knowledge on the line. I can't wait for y'all to, to kind of dive into what y'all think gonna happen in the game. Key matchups, predictions, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna turn it over to y'all and let y'all get it in. I chime in here and there, but I'm gonna let what I call the experts do their thing.
Yeah.
first off, man, just want to give love to y'all, man. Y'all family, bruh. So good to
Likewise.
have y'all in here. It was good when I was on with y'all last week. We was chopping it up, getting it on Green Bay, and
So
we talked about all of the things it was going to take to get that victory. So they got the victory. So now we get another week to talk about what's going to happen with the Rams. So like I said, man, I'm gonna just say to me the key matchup is Odell Beckham because everybody gonna focus on Cooper Cup because he been beasting out there and he killed the Buccaneers. I don't know what the hell they was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not covering him. But to me, y'all can't sleep on Odell. He been playing good. I know he caught some passes in that game. I think he got a touchdown in that game against the Buccaneers. So to me, the key matchup is while we know we got a whole cup down, can't sleep on Odell. We're gonna have to be on point on him too. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that's to me, that's the I've been thinking about the last couple of days. I think the matchup is we gotta try to make sure he don't go off because if they both going off, it'll be a long day. You know what I'm saying? So I know in the last couple games he really wasn't a factor. You know what I'm saying as far as making plays, but we can't just focus all our attention on Cup at the expense of letting him get rolling. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're gonna have no problem with the running game. I think we're gonna be on a run. To me, the key is you gotta try to take Cup away as much as possible, but you can't sleep on Odell. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree with you regarding Odell and Cooper Cup. He's gonna get his. We just wanna minimize it as much as we can. And I believe
Mhm.
he's gonna be doubled, you know.
Yeah,
And back to what you were
Mhm.
saying, Trevor, regarding Odell, it's gonna be very personal. Well, it's gonna be really personal with him, being that Ambry Thomas had intercept that ball against him, even though it was underthrown, by Matt Stafford. But honestly, I'm not really worried about. I ain't worrying about the secondary. And when I mean I'm not worrying about secondary, it's they're gonna get theirs. It's just that I just hope it's not during the crucial moments when we've been containing them. You understand? So I'm still focused on the run. Reason why that's gonna put more pressure on Matt Stafford to get that ball out. You follow? So my main two individuals regarding the secondary is always gonna be Ward and Tart. You know what I mean? When they play the zone defense, yo, just help out Mosley and Ambry Thomas if he start or if Dante Johnson start. So I'm just really honestly I'm real focused on the running game because Sean McVay, he's going to establish a running game. So, and he's also going to have them to play physical. So I'm more concerned about, yeah, just their running game. Tell you the truth, because once we shut that down mentally, we got them. It's
I,
just that we got to control the game.
I'm with you, bro. I feel like shut down Cam Akers. That's the running back name.
Yeah,
If we could shut him now, they one dimensional, pin the ears back, go get him.
go
We put
get
the
them.
heat on him, he gonna get jittery. You know what I'm saying? Then we could get the turnovers. Because to me, we gotta win the turnover battle.
Yeah.
realistically speaking, Jimmy gonna turn it over one time probably.
Right.
So
Right.
we gotta offset that by getting the ball back ourselves. So to me, stop the run, well, then we could get on them and force those turnovers. If we win a turnover battle, bro.
Exactly. Because if you think about it, if you stop that run, they're gonna focus on the checkdowns. And that's what Aaron Rodgers he was doing against us early in the game last Saturday. They was killing us in the checkdowns.
Yeah.
But D'Amico Ryans, he changed that what late third quarter, fourth quarter. He changed that. So if you stop the run, if you think about it, their option is gonna be the check down, because we play back. So we're gonna back up because we got speed in the linebackers, and we got speed from K.Y. Williams. So again, if we stop the run, we'll be fine. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not really worrying about Cooper Kupp and Odell. I got my eye on them, but I mean, we know they're gonna get theirs.
Is Higbee the tight end? Higbee is the tight end?
Yeah,
That's who
Higbee.
killed us the last time, huh?
Yeah, well, like I said, to me, the reason why I said I was more concerned with Odell is because I believe they're gonna stop the run. I don't think that they're gonna be able to run on us. The Rams ain't got no physical offensive line where we gotta be threatened like they're gonna be playing smash mouth football. They're gonna try to establish a run to do their play action and take their deep shots depending on where they at, on the field. And I think they came out throwing against us than the last game. You know what I'm saying? They attacked the matchup with Dante Johnson and with K.Y. Williams in a slot with Cooper Kupp. And that's why I'm saying I could see them coming out. They might try to establish a run, but like I said, I got confidence in our defensive line with DJ Jones and Armstead and them boys that they're going to lock that down. We got all our linebackers out there, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Aziz. So Cam Akers is a good running back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can run, they scheme. But I feel with our defensive line and our linebackers, the way we run sideline to sideline, that's going to be neutralized anyway. So I feel they're going to turn one-dimensional anyway, because McVay MO is to throw that ball down the field because he got Stafford. You see what I'm saying? So not saying that we going to just, not, be on the run, because that ain't how we play. You know what I'm saying? We hitting everything, run up pass. I think, like I said, I agree with you. If they do come out running, let's get on it. Let's get past to that ball. We can get some turnovers or just put it on his mind. Cam Akers, you ain't getting nothing today because every time you run in there, you get your head bashed in. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, Odell is a beast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so the Rams know on some level that we going to shift coverages to Kupp like we did against Devontae Adams. Mm-hmm. But Green Bay doesn't have another receiver that could beat us. Well, Odell can beat us by himself. So that's why I'm saying you can't sleep on him, and you can't shift all your coverage to Cooper Kupp at the expense of the one-on-one matchup. Now, Amber Thomas, you've been balling. Okay, you got hurt. If you wouldn't have got hurt, I figured you would have been out there balling last week. Dante Johnson, you've been balling. You've been playing all the different positions when people get hurt. So you playing your role. K1, you playing your role. But Odell is a special talent.
Yeah.
And, like I said, we know what Cooper Kupp is, but Odell ain't no second fiddle either. Right. So that's what I'm saying. And I won't be surprised if they try to get him the ball early to get him off. You see what I'm saying? The last two matchups, he really haven't been a factor as far as getting the ball early. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of that's a part of the coverage. Trust me, D'Amico and the secondary coaches, they know what Odell is. They ain't just totally just shifting their coverages to Cooper Kupp. They know they got to balance it out on both sides. That's what the fact that we got the linebackers to help, because Fred Warner is like a damn defensive back playing linebacker, really. You know what I'm saying? He can run. He can run down the middle of the field with anybody for the most part. And then the way that they mixing the coverages is so good is that pre-snap, it might be one thing, then post-snap is another thing. So that's where the pressure come in, because Stafford, Stafford, you can't get the ball to him if he's on your back, and that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? We want you to be on your back more than what I'm saying, you throwing that ball. But if we ain't getting home, then like I said, it makes it more difficult. So that's why I say, to me, like I said, McVay MO is to come out and attack, and that's what they did. That's how they jumped on us quick. They came out throwing the ball. They ain't come out running the ball because McVay know the defensive line he going up against. He know his offensive line is good, but it ain't great. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna try to, if he can get a lead, he gonna try to balance it. It's similar to Green Bay. They had Aaron Rodgers, they had Devontae Adams. If they get a lead, then they gonna run Dylan. Then they was gonna run Aaron Jones. They weren't coming out trying to run the ball because that ain't the strength of their team. The strength of their team is Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Odell and Higbee. So they gonna try to come out throwing. Now, if we play the coverages right, if we do what we've been doing and locking it up, then you playing right into our defense, because now he gonna be on his behind a lot. Right. Because our defensive line getting it. They tackles ain't hitting on nothing, and Whitworth might not play. You know what I'm saying? So we got an advantage there. Just with our defensive ends. Bosa against a backup tackle. Come on, man. We should be eating all day there. Who they got inside to mess with G.J. Jones and Armstead, and then we rotating 2 defensive line units more or less. Right. So, but I'm saying the MO is to attack, to throw at the pass, because he's gonna play to his strength, which plays to our strength because of the pass rush and the linebackers. Mm-hmm. So if they come out running the ball, I will be surprised. Now he might try to switch it up to try to throw him a curveball, but I just don't see it. I think he gonna McVay, if he running down on the sidelines, dapping niggas off when they score a touchdown, you think he gonna change his MO and be like, oh, we gonna come out running the ball and we ain't gonna get no yards on first and second down, then I'm gonna play right into their hands on third down. He gonna try to come out and establish that pass to see if he can, especially if Ambry Thomas out there, because like you said, it's like payback. Okay, you got the pick on me, let's get a touchdown on you. See, it's that mental stuff like you've been saying. So I agree with you that that's what I'm saying. They ain't coming out running, they coming out throwing that ball because that's the strength of their team.
Yeah.
So what y'all think? Go ahead, Mark.
No, bro. Yeah, bro. What do you think?
No, man, go ahead. I just had a question. Go ahead, bro.
No. I was just gonna say, I totally agree with Troy. I just know they're gonna try to establish that running game, and it's a possibility. Sean McVay, he's gonna try to eat up the clock like how Cal does. It's a possibility. Yes. Yeah. I've always been concerned about their passing ability, especially Matt Stafford. He can air it out, especially when he got time in the backfield, But what I do from defensive line, we don't really know about that, but we'll see. However, they're gonna try their best to establish a running game, and I just believe that we're gonna have to make more plays than them and less penalties than them, because we got to also remember this too. When we played them to clinch the playoffs, we were out of sync.
Yeah,
we were out of sync. That's why our defensive line, our defense there was more on the field than the offense. They ain't get it going at all. Going to what was it, 17-3 when we went to halftime?
Yeah, something like that. No, we down
17. 17-3. That's what it was.
For that field goal down to the last couple of seconds. So we were out of sync. Yeah, and that's the thing with us, especially early in the season that we was talking about before we went live. They just been out of sync to the point they've been consistent being out of sync. And that's the thing that was holding them back. So our run blocking has to do their job in regards to, getting Elijah those lanes to be open, like we were discussing earlier before we went live. Like we were saying, he's the heart of the offense, and he is. You got to look at it like that, because, without him, we won't have a balanced routine. We won't have a balanced a momentum. Not even a rhythm, So if you really look how they use Debo starts that rhythm, man. He gets those yards that we desperately really need. you know. And like when Troy blessed us with his time and his wisdom on our show, we were saying how Kyle likes to get the first down after the second down. And once we start seeing, you know, Kyle call these plays to put his players in position to be successful after the second down, and we getting first down after every second down, we got something going, you know. So it's it's going to be a very good game. I'm telling you, I just think this game Sunday, the things that we're going to be focused on, I think they're going to try to strengthen something else. You feel what I'm saying? To keep
Yeah,
it balanced, and that's why I think peacefully and respectfully they're gonna try to focus on establishing the running game. They got to, and also to keep our defense on the field. Yo, anything's possible, man. So, but I agree with you, Troy. I don't think they're gonna establish it. I just hope they don't establish it. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Only
yeah,
thing I think I was telling you, the only thing I was concerned about earlier in the season was our tackling, and that has changed. Our tackling has gotten better. So as long as we can, um, what's the word I'm looking for? If we could just just tackle better. I'm just gonna say that if they could just tackle better, then we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine. I'm not really worrying about the running, against us like you were saying, Troy. I'm just saying I got my mind and I got my eyes open on that because Sean McVay, he knows Kyle, and subconsciously being losing to him, six times, and I was telling Ben Good before you popped on, the media, they're going to use that narrative,
hmm
for
yeah,
us, but
Yeah.
against the Lambs that we beat them six times. So what? That's the season. This the playoffs. Matter of fact, no, this is the NFC. So it's all about who wins that day. So every play is going to be very crucial. So this is why I was saying that for me, I got my eye on their running game because they're gonna want to establish it. They're gonna want to establish it, and I just hope that we just make more better plays than they do. Because
yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, it would make sense for them to try to not be having him drop back to play to the strength of the defensive line, which is the pass rush. They can establish a running game to eat clock and just to take some of the steam out of the pass rush. That's gonna benefit them. But at the same time, we got Kuseric and Tap on the defensive line coaches who rotate these boys in and out, keeps them all fresh and keeps those combinations where you always got good run defenders inside and then enough pass rushers on the outside to counterbalance that. So while they may try to do it, I think just because we got the depth on the defensive line, I think we could neutralize that because you're gonna be running at fresh waves of people every time. It
true.
ain't gonna be like you running against the same four every rep,
Right.
So, and I think that's why, to me, this team is better than the 19 team. We didn't have the depth on the defensive line that we do this time.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying?
I
In the
agree.
fourth quarter against the Chiefs, man, Bosa and D4, them boys was worn down because they had been out there so many snaps. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This time, Bosa and them ain't gonna be out there like that because we can roll with Arden Key, we can roll with Ebucon, we can roll with Willis, we can roll with Kentavious Street and Kevin Givens, we can roll with Armstead and DJ Jones. They got 10,
Yeah.
9, 10 players they can run in there. You see
You
what I'm
said
saying? So
it,
yeah,
Joe.
that to me, that's the difference in this game, and that's the difference when they get to the Super Bowl. This
Yes.
time, your ass ain't gonna be able to just run against the same folk. You're gonna be running against 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? They want to throw more resource in there. By all means, put him in there too. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be running against a whole slew of people, and it's relentless that they just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. That's why I said, to me, the reason why they got the victory against Green Bay because they played the long game. They was able to hang in there because they had the depth defensively to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, keep withstanding what Green Bay was trying to do. So I think offensively, I agree with you. They gotta run Elijah Mitchell. Hopefully, Trent Williams gonna play. I don't think he's not gonna play. He might not be 100%, but hell, he's gonna be out. Yeah, he gonna be out there. Yeah. So to me, the key to the game is y'all gotta run at Von Miller, and you gotta run at Leonard Floyd.
Say, bro, that's what I was about to say. All right,
gotta run at him. Go ahead, bro.
We played them 2 times this year. First time we played them, we smashed their ass. Floyd and them was gas. Their hands on their hips, they looking around. Physically, we handled them, bro. Like to a man, you know what I'm saying? Just physically, a man moving a man. That second game, we all know, ain't look as good. And this time, I say that to say, I think we're gonna have to do a couple of different things to win. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we want to run the ball, but let's address the elephant in the room. Jimmy gonna have to make some plays. We want the Jimmy gimmies, but at some point, we need to put it in the end zone. I feel like Kittle need to have a big game. Gronk was eating on him last game. Middle of the field is there for the taking. You got to let the ball go. You got to be accurate with the pass. Ayuk, I need you to eat.
Yeah.
Use check. I need you to eat. It don't have to be deep passes. I just need y'all to get some receptions. I feel Debo can win sometimes against Ramsey, but we know that's not something we want to do consistently, trying to test him. So that means the other pass catchers gonna need to make the plays when they're there. Your boy Jennings, he gonna have some opportunities there for him too. I say all that to say, ultimately, the ball gonna be in Garoppolo's hands, bro. He have the chance to change the narrative on him, even if he don't throw it over 20 times. When he throw the ball, we got to get in the end zone, bro. Yeah. Tell me what y'all think offensively is gonna take to get the job done. And unsung heroes y'all might feel gonna contribute so forth. So
I'm gonna say this. I agree with everything you just said. The reason why I say you gotta run at them is to neutralize them in a pass rush, especially with Tom Compton playing the right tackle. Gary was abusing him. Okay, so the Rams looking at that tape, right? And they see Gary just bull rushing him, going right around him. Yeah. So who you think they gonna put over there? Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, because they're looking for the one-on-one matchup. That's what I'm saying. They gotta come out and establish a run, but they typically run to Laken Tomlinson and Trent Williams' side. That's the strength of the line. But y'all gotta run with Brunskill and Compton side mode to kind of balance what they want to do. They want to get you in the individual matchup in 3rd and long so they could abuse Tom Compton. Tom Compton, let's give him his props. Tom Compton, let's give him his props. McGlinchey went down, then they was subbing him and Jalen Moore. You beat him out. Jalen Moore, a rookie. He got promised, but he a rookie. Tom Compton, for the most part, bro, you've been holding down. You're an excellent run blocking tackle, but pass blocking ain't your game. And in this game, you got 3 dogs who can pass rush. So how do you neutralize it? You got to run at them, and preferably to run at them to get them to have to respect the run. Now, Green Bay set the edge hard on that toss.
Yeah.
The success that we had running was off the counter action, off the gap action. Okay. Now, I don't always like when Kyle toss it, because to me, you be trying to do it too many times in a row. So to me, you got to balance it out and be like, look, let's toss it. Let's toss it to the strength of the line, which is Williams and Laken Tomlinson, to establish it maybe. Then come back and let's try to do it to the other side, but not consecutive times. Y'all got to try to run inside a little bit with Elijah Mitchell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as far as what you said, been good with Jimmy, we know ultimately he gonna have to make a throw. Now, I watched an excellent tape. I tell y'all, subscribe to Johnny Dale Football. It's on YouTube. I subscribe to the dude. Matter of fact, I sent out a tweet to him trying to see if he can come on the show so he could break down that film. But man, he broke down how the route concept versus their coverages and how Jimmy was on point. Jimmy was on point in the Green Bay game. Let's dismiss the interception for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The one pass to Kittle, that was on point.
It was.
The pass to my dog Jennings was on point.
Yeah.
Okay, the one to Ayuk was on point, which we got the lucky break because really it looked like a fumble, but it worked out for us, all right?
Yeah.
So to me, Jimmy, I think he's going to be on point. And really, I'm rooting for Jimmy because I want to see him change the narrative. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody hating on him, he going to throw the pick. Okay, he probably will throw a pick. We don't want him to, but we probably know he is. Yeah. It's just when you throw the pick and if it's going to cost you, that's what we be worrying about. But if y'all establish a run and you give him time, from what I saw of that tape against their coverages and how they was doing it, man, he was hitting the passes because that's how they was able to come back in the game to get the victory. So it ain't that Jimmy can't make the throws. We just need him to make the right throws and be accurate at the right time.
He better not throw late. He better not throw late to the outside.
Yeah, you can't throw late. But I don't think they're going to throw it to the outside. The only time they really throw it to the outside is when they throw it to Jennings. You see what I'm saying? On the third downs. And then really the last couple games, when he threw the one to Kittle that he caught against Green Bay, that was an excellent throw. The one he threw to, I think it was Ayuk to the sideline. It might have been Jennings. I could be wrong. To the sideline. He was on point. That's what I'm saying. We know he can't be late, with the passes to the sideline, but that ain't the strength of his game. Like you just said, been good. If Gronkowski was eating in the middle into the corners, into the post corners, well, shit, Kittle more athletic and younger. That's the matchup. So I agree with you. They got to get Kittle off early. The Jimmy gimmicks to him. You got to get Juszczyk in the game too. And then, man, to offset their pass rush, man, try to set up some screens. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To Juszczyk or to Elijah Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's what they want to do is pass rush. So we got to neutralize it. You know what I'm saying? With the screen game. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Instead of trying to run to the outside, okay, yeah, Aaron Donald in there, but man, if you can get a consistent double team on him, you can get him out of there. That was established in the first game. If you look at the tape that I was watching, Aaron Donald was never no factor because they was doubling him every time. Yeah. And that's what you wanted to do this time. I don't think they could just consistently run that toss to the outside and think they're gonna make you're gonna have to mix it up, running inside, do the gap counter action. And then do the zone runs, you know what I'm saying, to the outside. Not that toss, but the zone runs to the outside. And then Elijah just got to pick the right hole and get his yards.
Yes.
Y'all said it earlier before we went live. Most of this is the home run hitter, but he just a consistent dude. We know he going to get 4 to 5 yards every time he get that ball. And that keep the chains moving. That allows what we talked about last week, Mark. Shanahan second down, now he can go get his first down. Keep moving the chains, keep rolling with the plays because he thinking that he one step ahead of Raheem Morris already before the game played. Yeah. Everything he's doing, I'm just being real. Trust me, y'all subscribe to that dude, Johnny Dale Football, man. This dude was excellent in how he broke down the film. He even was saying, he said Kyle setting him up. Kyle was setting up plays in the first part of the game to run in the second part of the game to get the advantage. Kyle already a step ahead of Raheem Morris before they even step out on that field Sunday. So all we got to do is just execute the game plan. Jimmy on point with the passes. Y'all hitting the running game. We need the offensive line. Okay, man, Green Bay outplayed y'all on the offensive line. Man, y'all got to come with it this time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no snow element and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay whipped y'all on the line in his last game. It was fortunate that y'all got what you got. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all can't do that against the Rams and think you're going to win because Aaron Donald a beast. He could wreck your whole offensive line by himself. So y'all got to come to the party with it. But if y'all come to the party with it, then we going to see the fruits because, like I said, Elijah going to get them consistent yards. You see what I'm saying? And then, like you said, Mark, Debo ain't the hammer. He the fly, man. He Raheem Mostert. He the speed man back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he the rhythm.
He needed the crack. All he needed is a crack. And then he gone. Yeah. So, like I said, we know it's gonna come down to Jimmy. Like I said,
I
At
will,
some point, he's gonna have to make a play.
I will say this just to add on to what you said. I will say this on the right side with McKivitz and Compton, they may need help by Kittle to run
Yeah,
with.
I agree with that.
Chipper.
Yeah,
Right, because they you never know. Sean McVay, he might look at the film regarding last Saturday. Because you're right, on the right side, they was getting beat up, man. They was getting beat up.
yeah,
They was getting beat up.
yeah.
However, yo, Kyle Shanahan, his running game is his recipe, and I agree with you on the outside. I would definitely blend it in. But one thing about Elijah and Debo, when they go on the outside and they see too many, opposite of jerseys of their jersey, they cut back in.
Yeah.
For real.
You understand what I'm saying? Because something, and I was saying to Ben Good before he got on, Troy, I was saying like, yo, sometimes I be yelling at the TV only when Elijah will follow his blocks, and I'll be like, yo, cut back in, because the lane is open. But when I say that, yo, Troy, Ben, he already had like 5 yards. I'm like, I'm greedy. I'm like, go get more. But when you're programmed to follow your block. You understand? But I agree. And what Ben Good was saying, man, I would definitely like Kittle to get it started. Just like how you were saying about Odell Beckham, I want Kittle to get it started and Ayuk. You feel what I'm saying? Because Ayuk was really that quiet one for the past couple of days. I think I think even when against Dallas, it was kind of like a little quiet. So I mean,
he showed up against the Cowboys.
well, yeah. But I'm just saying,
Green
like,
Bay not so much, but against the Cowboys, he was on point.
right. That's true. But we'll see, man. We'll see. That's the beauty of not knowing what the scheme is going to be for Sunday. Yeah, man. It's going. Yo, I just think it's going to be physical on both teams. I really do. I think it's going to be physical, man.
Well, yeah, I think the Rams gonna match their physicality or try to.
Yeah, they're gonna try to.
We didn't really pound them the last 6 times. Just be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really been no physical contest. But then too, I agree with y'all with Ayuk because we know Ramsey when Debo is lined up at wide receiver, Ramsey should be on it. So they're gonna try to attack out. Yeah, so they're gonna try to attack the other cornerback. You know what I'm saying with Ayuk. And then I don't know who they, nickel corner is, but I think, y'all know I love my dog Jawan. I think, what I'm saying? I think he might show up again, what I'm saying, and do his thing, what I'm saying, because he's physical. He's gonna be physical in the run game. He got good hands. He catching everything, and then he gonna fight for every yard. All the thing with him is I love my dog. Just hold on to that ball, cuz. Just hold on to that ball. Other than that, I think we fine, you know what I'm saying? But Kittle is, to me, and I agree with y'all, is the one matchup they don't have a matchup for.
Yeah.
With the physicality, his run after catch, his relentlessness. Because once he catch that ball, it ain't going down with one man. You got to bring 10 to get him down. Right. So to me, you got to get him off early. I said that again in the Green Bay game. Y'all had to get the ball to him early to build the confidence of Jimmy and then open up everything else. But it didn't work out. Well, the one pass he dropped, that was a touchdown. Everybody knew that because he had the dude beat. But in the fourth quarter, when they counted in that last drive, who did they go to?
Yeah.
Green Bay couldn't match up with him, and they had a safety on him. So that's what I'm saying. The Rams got issues with their safety. Now, they brought Eric Weddle back, but Eric Weddle, you kind of old, bro. You ain't been out. You've been out of football for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So, to me, Kittle, this could be the game where Kittle could get that 100 yards, and then if we can get Ayuk hitting, then that just opened it up more for Debo, because now if I'm gonna say this, if Ayuk start going off, Ramsey going over there, because Ramsey gonna take away whoever killing them. You see what I'm saying? And then that just leaves them in a bind, because who you got to deal with Debo? Hey, y'all ain't got nobody could run with Debo. Debo is a unicorn, like they been saying. You see what I'm saying?
And that's why. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's why I was gonna piggyback of what Ben Good was saying. And he was naming pretty much majority of our offense of weapons. Yo, they don't know what to expect. And then it goes back to our running game. Once you establish that, you don't know when we're gonna go to Kittle or Jennings or Ayuk or Juice or Travis Benjamin. We don't know. You understand? So I'm like, yo, once they establish that running game, yo, man, yo, I'm so excited for Sunday, fellas. Because I mean, you just want to see the brilliance of the scheme. You know, once it's on the field, man, I think it's going to be a tight ball game. I would like a blowout, but this is the NFC. The Lamb's pride is on the line. Let's keep it real. Their pride is on the line, man. I mean, I understand why the media is rooting for them. They spent a lot of money on this team. You follow what I'm saying? And just like when we had played them to get that berth, remember we seen them arguing on the sideline?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that again.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Now I'm gonna throw somebody out who nobody ain't talking about, but could be a factor in the running game. That's Charlie Warner, the second tight end, because they ain't playing your boy 82 Harley, Dele Ross Dwelly.
Dwelly.
You know, because he's not. Talking about Charlie Warner, I could see him lining up next to Tom Compton and being a move, another blocker in a run game as well. Not so much in a passing game, but in a running game, I think so. And I agree with you. They're going to put Kittle over there too to try to get the blocking advantage. But Charlie Warner is an excellent blocker. Got the potential to be a good receiver as well, but that ain't his role right now. Your role is to, mainly block and give Kittle a blow when he needed. So that's somebody I was thinking about too, because, we're going to need to help Tom Compton, especially, we're going to need to help him, on that side, depending on who they line up over there. But like I said, they're going to try to get the advantage there. So I think if they can put Warner next to him and when they do run to the right side, if he can effectively block on that edge and hold his edge and hold his point of attack, they could be successful, with running the ball, and stuff like that. So that was something I was thinking about too.
You mentioned him a minute ago, Eric Weddle. Don't sleep on him, bro. He been out the league for a while, which means physically he's rejuvenated. He already got the mind.
True that.
Kittle, I would like to see him get matched up on their linebackers. I don't know them off the top. I don't think they have elite linebackers. So, if we could even check out the backfield, cool. But watch Weddle, bro. And we already know Jimmy have a tendency to force that ball to the people that he like. Weddle gonna be lurking somewhere in that middle.
Well, that's what I'm telling y'all. Go and subscribe to your boy Johnny Dale Football, man. He talking about how they was running that scheme where they do that lurk coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying I agree with you. Eric Weddle, he was an all-pro player, good for the Chargers and the Ravens when he was in the league before he got out. So he is rejuvenated and he do know he do know X's and O's and formations and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna piggyback off of what Mark said. That's where Benjamin might be a factor because he got the long speed, even though he a little old and long in the tooth. He still got enough speed to maybe stretch the defense. Because to me, the Rams gonna be sitting. All of the coverages that I seen, what I was watching last night and maybe the other day, whatever day that was, we know Jimmy strength is throwing to the middle. So to me, y'all gonna be trying to compact that thing. So if y'all can stretch it, with Benjamin or even sending Ayuk deep, because Ayuk got long speed too. They just don't never really put him out there to run them type of patterns. If you can stretch it vertically, that'll just open it up more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to me, the key is, is if they can establish a running game, then you can do all of your boot action. But then you got to be careful with the boot action because if you run into the left and he boot right, Well, shit, you could have Leonard Floyd coming at you. You could have Von Miller coming at you. And that's what Jimmy don't have the escapability. And that's what he'll try to force the ball and throw it instead of throwing it away, just taking a sack. That's when you get your picks because you be trying to get, you know what I'm saying? You still be trying to get it to him. Just like in the game last week. Come on, man. Kittle was open, but you was late. And then you was throwing on the running off your back foot. So you never, you didn't have enough on the ball to even get the ball to Kittle. That's why Amos was able to get there and get it. And that's what that's what I'm saying. But that's what Jimmy gotta realize, man. Look, he really ain't open. So why would I force it in there? Throw it away, live to play another down to give yourself another chance. And that's what we don't want him to make the mistake, because if you make it at the crucial time, you might not have another down to do anything.
Right.
So, that's the.
You know what I know. I will say this in regards to Jimmy. I just would like for him. Yes, we agree. Be accurate. Don't force the ball. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds.
Real.
But let me back up. I'm more concerned about him being in the pocket and staying there. This past Saturday, brothers, I was yelling at the TV. Jimmy, get out the pocket. Get out the pocket. Keep the play alive. You
can't go nowhere, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, yo, please get out the pocket. You understand? Yeah, I understand that he's mentally and probably physically tough, but get out the pocket. But yes, due to those crucial moments, if you see it and if it's clear, then take that target. But last Saturday, I don't know if it had something to do with the weather or it was Jimmy. Jimmy could have had at least like 3 picks with those check downs. He was like airing them out instead of zipping it. He was airing them out.
They was flutter balls.
Right, and I'm like, no, we don't need this right now.
Bro, if the one cornerback had any awareness, it's a pick 6.
Yeah,
we thinking the football guards right now that this boy don't have no IQ for the ball. He threw like 3 of them late to the outside that was straight loafers.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
You can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one, bro. Like, hopefully Jimmy play a pretty clean game, but
especially when we don't have no rhythm. He was doing that when we had no rhythm. It's not like
Kyle was trying to get a rhythm at that point. He was just trying to establish a rhythm offensively because his game plan was to come out with a running game, but Green Bay was smashing it up. They couldn't get no block. They couldn't get no push against the defensive line. So then now you seen where they was going to the shotgun with the Debo in the backfield, or they was going with Elijah Mitchell and Debo in the backfield because he figured, well, shit, I got to try to throw the ball a little bit to try to get a rhythm, to try to move the chains, to try to keep my defense off the field. Because my defense, I don't want to wear my defense down by having them out there, but they can never get a rhythm. And then when Jimmy was on point with the passes, like I said, Kittle dropped the one. My dog Jauan Jennings, he dropped one, and then you caught it, but then the dude stripped you. You know what I'm saying? Or they, we got the lucky break where they ruled it incomplete as opposed to it being a fumble. So to me, in this game, the way we want to see them get the rhythm is to run it, to establish the passing game, because Jimmy is good off the boot action or off the play action, not so much driving back. Now he ain't never under center because physically he can't. He just don't have the feet to do the 5-step, 7-step drop from under center. You know what I'm saying? He's best in a shotgun where he can see where the defense is coming from. But if the pass rush is coming from the outside, well, we know you ain't gonna be able to get outside. You got to step up,
right? And
preferably, if you stepping up, you can complete a ball. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we know Jimmy gonna have to make a throw. You can't be late to the outside because if Ramsey's sitting out there, he will pick it and run right past you and give you a look. Same thing with that other cornerback. Now, they was abusing him a little bit, but professional cornerbacks know how to intercept passes for the most part. So we can't just assume that they can't make plays opposite Jalen Ramsey. So like I said, to me, Kyle ain't gonna come out trying to throw the ball. You're gonna try to establish the run, see if you can establish it, and if you can, that just gonna allow you to run the offense the way you want to run it. So, to me, that's the key offensively. Let's run. Let's see if we can establish a run, get a rhythm, so we can run our play action, boot action. You got to slow their pass rush down. Juszczyk is good in the screen game. I will use him in the passing game. I will use Elijah Mitchell. Maybe they'll even throw Hasty in there a little bit as a change of pace, type thing. Defensively, like I said, we know the strength of the team is the front seven. If Amber Thomas out there, I think he'll be fine. E-Man was good. He had the pick in the last game. Taunton, Ward, y'all a beast. Got Ryan on finally.
What up,
Good.
brother?
What's up,
What's
man?
happening?
He wasn't looking.
I am not used to this one. Sorry, Troy.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh,
man.
good.
Yo, I had no signal at work, none whatsoever.
I kind of figured that.
But that,
I kind of figured that.
You should know that, Mark. You should know that from now on, man. You should
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
I was telling the brothers you were at work, and I was like, you kept popping up, but we couldn't see you.
and when
Yeah,
you
God,
said that,
I just got
broadcast,
home. I just got home, so sorry.
'cause I got a homie who have that same problem. When he at work,
I think they were.
yeah, it's not.
There's no Wi-Fi there or nothing. I use my 4G, but my 4G doesn't work at all there. It's like a big old, like your side of like a metal Zoom, and no signal shit. So sorry, jumping in so late, guys.
Nah, man, we just talking about the game. What
Got you.
what the matchup gonna be. So what you think gonna happen?
I'm excited and nervous at the same time. So I just hope we have a run game going, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that later on in our show. So basically, I have a friend who's going on our show probably tomorrow night, and he wants to know the reason why a lot of people are jumping on Jimmy Garoppolo, why they can't stand him. So, and they want to play. He understand why we're winning with him, but why don't you put in Trey Lance? So, I mean, I really don't want to get into it about it anymore. I know we're all done with it anymore, but he wants to go through it with us. So, basically,
I understand. I was having
Well,
that conversation with a friend of mine.
Well, some faithful, including me. I mean, it's it's his crucial plays, man. It's his crucial plays, and it's the timing. You understand what I'm saying? It's the timing, and we were just talking about before you got on, Ryan, that when he's in a pocket, he doesn't scramble, like he stays there. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, that the pocket is collapsing. If you see it collapsing, run
Get out
out,
of there.
extend the play. When you extend the play, that causes the secondary to figure out, okay, where's the offense is going when they're following you. So my thing is, Jimmy G, he's managing to the point he delivers based on what Cal designs for him to deliver on. It's just that it be the players that makes him look better than what he's doing because of the yak yards, how they fight for those yak yards. And again, before we went live, me and Ben Good, I was saying that to the quarterback, the running back is the quarterback's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Every offense needs balance. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful, and I'm pretty sure we all grateful that Jimmy G hands the ball right, because you got some quarterbacks, they don't handle the ball right. So I'm glad he does that. Jimmy G, he's a very good quarterback sneaker. It's just that his timing of his execution. And I just think this is me. I think his execution is better when we're behind.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
and I'm like,
And they really-
yo, do that when we have the lead. Like that interception last Saturday, that was on first down. And I'm like, yo, throw it out of bounds. But he underthrew Kittle. And I'm like, yo. But I mean, see, like again, you got some quarterbacks is the reason why we win. And then you have some quarterbacks that help us win. Or you know what I'm saying? So and I mean, people like okay, some people are more, some people say, we so big on the statistics. I mean, the way Jimmy G is getting paid, I'm like, yo, I mean, come on, man. Like, better. It's just that, he execute when the time is right. And last Saturday, he executed to get us in field goal range. But let's keep it honest. And Troy, you said it. Is it if it wasn't for him connecting with Kittle, and if it wasn't for Debo getting that first down, I think it was like 3-6 and 3-7.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like a minute and a couple of seconds left. Because if we ain't get that, guys, ain't no telling where Robbie Gould was gonna kick from. Because Debo got that first down. He got 9 yards instead of the 6 or 7 yards they was supposed to get. That kept that drive going and it kept that clock going.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect play by Kyle to run a play to eat up that clock. And just like you reminded me, Ryan, on I think Sunday, that the next running play was by Juice. And then we brought it all the way down to like 13 seconds or something like that. And then we brought it down to 4 seconds. And then we won the ball game. It's just that his timing, back to Jimmy, it's just his timing of execution. You understand what I'm saying? And like you said, Troy asked you what you think about the game. You said you're excited and you're nervous. And I guarantee you that nervous is more about Jimmy G executing than any other player. Because I think when Troy blessed us with his time and his wisdom on our show, I was saying, and I believe y'all agree with me, I was only concerned about 2 players, and that was Jimmy G and Ambry Thomas.
Yeah.
Those were the only 2 players I was concerned. And the reason why I was concerned about Ambry Thomas was only his timing and his reaction to the ball, because he's always there. Now with Jimmy, it's just like, yo, you got to execute those consistent plays. You got to execute those targets. So I mean, I can't speak for everybody in regards to why everybody coming at Jimmy G. It's just his timing of his execution. You understand?
Well,
Yeah, plus he's a statue. He's a statue in that pocket too. I hate when he's a statue. I hate that so much. You have no idea how much I hate it. But I do give him credit for what he did with that play with Mitchell, that shovel pass. That shovel pass was genius.
We thought about that. Yeah,
I wasn't here. That's the reason why I was saying to you. I was bringing it up.
Yeah.
But I love that shovel pass. That stuff I love him doing. But the sidearms throws, I can't stand. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of those plays at all. I'm not a big fan of. Oh my God!
You just don't have elite arm talent. That's all.
Yeah, because he floats him out. What he does, he floats him out. What he does.
But
You don't zoom him in. He just floats him.
Yeah, he just can't throw to all the levels of the field.
Yeah, I got you, man.
At the end of the day, I mean, we question the decision making, but it's really the arm talent. We can't stretch the field vertically. Nothing outside to the numbers. Everything in the middle of the field, short to intermediate. You play a good defense, they gonna condense the middle of the field, force him to throw outside. That's not his strength. That's it. I mean, he lost mobility over the years. But
Kyle says it is his strength. He can do it. And you know what it is? I think he can. I just think he doesn't do it. or he's not motivated to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I just think if we was to see it more, then maybe he'll be more confident. And I don't know, but we'll see, man. We'll see this Sunday. Honestly, I really do hope Jimmy G gets at least about 250, close to 300. I really do. I'm look. You know what I'm looking forward to, fellas? I'm looking for a performance that he had against the Saints back in 2019.
Well, you gonna need it.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, I'm telling you, if he can do something like that, give us like an A minus, because we always hope for a B plus. But if he give us like an A minus, man, yo, look out, land.
Yeah, I seen it today on the news that I think Jennifer or Matt Miyoko covered it up at practice. Trent Williams is in there. Okay, he's suited up, getting ready. Debo and Kittle are ready. I'm like, wow, man, it's coming together now, and we're gonna keep it going. Just hoping, we'll see how the injury report goes as we go on the whole week with the practices. So, and they signed a new wide receiver, Keyshawn Johnson. I don't know who he's from the Cardinals, that's all I know.
Really?
Yeah, he's on the future contract. Reserve future contract for 2022 offseason.
Yeah, for next year.
You know what I'm talking about then? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's normally what they do when they be looking at players to bring the training camp. They assign them to those reserve future contracts.
Gotcha.
That's for next off season.
Yeah.
Planning ahead.
Is he good? Is he good or not? Do you know?
I'd have to, kind of dig into his background, but that's normally what they do. Normally, when they're signing you like that, they bringing you in to, they think you have potential to maybe make a practice squad. You'll be more than a training camp body. You come.
Yeah, I'm about to say training camp bodies. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
They start. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of that once the season over. You're gonna see where they gonna sign a slew of players to reserve future contracts. They be getting ready for the mini camps and this and that. So that's like the back end of your 90-man training camp roster. You know what I mean? That's normally how they do that. But let's get back to Jimmy though. For me, it's expectations. You know what I mean? You got to realize when Shanahan and them first came in, who they had. They had Beathard and they had your boy, the journeyman quarterback. So
Hoyer. Huh?
Yeah, Hoyer. So when they made the trade for Jimmy, and you come in and you win 5 games in a row, and then you finish the season 6-10 when you was 1-10. Now the expectation is, man, we got an opportunity to go to the playoffs, maybe even do some things in the playoffs. And then, everybody was so enamored with Jimmy quick release, because that's really what his strength is, getting the ball out of his hand quick. We know he ain't got the arm talent. It's getting the ball out quick. But when you get it out quick, you need to be accurate when you get it out quick. You know what I mean? That's just being honest. It's one thing to throw it fast or throw it quick, but if I'm throwing it every which way, it don't really matter if I'm throwing it fast. And then, like I said, the knee injury, when he tore up his knee running against Kansas City, back before they went to the Super Bowl back in 2018, well, that took your mobility. Jimmy don't have the pocket awareness to know when to step up to run or when to throw on a run. That's not his game. We saw it against the Packers. When you stepped up and then you tried to throw on a run, that's not your game. That's Trey Lance's game. Because Trey Lance could throw on a run and he got the arm to get it in there. That's not Jimmy's game. Jimmy's game is the pocket. But you got to be aware when the rush coming. If it's coming from the outside, you step up. If it's coming from the inside, then you try to get around. And if it ain't there, throw it away, dog. You don't have to force the ball to nobody. Right. Throw it away. Live to see another play. Live to see another down, especially when you're in the red zone. Because you did that against Tennessee. Everybody wanted to kill you. John Lynch said you didn't have to get back on the plane. Okay. Then you threw it against the Cowboys when we had the game in hand. That's what let them get back in the game, because you threw the pick, because you was throwing on a run. That's not your game. That's what I'm saying. If they establish the run, that should give him a clean pocket. But if you got a clean pocket, you got to be accurate and on time with the throws.
Right.
That's why people won't kill Jimmy, because it ain't that Jimmy can't throw the ball quickly or accurately or with touch. Is that you see it when pressure come, you step up, then you get discombobulated. You don't know what to do because your mind be like, oh man, I don't have the time. So do I run or do I still try to throw on the run? And most times that's when you get your sacks. Now I agree with you, Ryan, with the shovel pass. You threw the shovel pass, you got the yards, you got the first down, whatever it was. Or if you know the pressure is coming, man, just go ahead and run and get what yards you can. Run, slide, whatever. That's better than you trying to force the ball throwing a pick. I mean, you still got enough mobility where you can. We didn't seen it. There's been times where the pocket is totally broke down. You couldn't throw the ball. What did you do? You ran it and got the yards you could get. So why can't you do that now? You know, it's like you want to make a play to not to prove that you can make a play, but if the play ain't there to be made, just take what the defense give. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make a play and then it costs us the game or it changed the momentum of the game. Just like I said, run if you can't throw it or throw it out of bounds. Or no, we don't want you to take the sack, but if you lose 15 yards, and we can punt it.
Yeah.
As opposed to you throwing a turnover.
Kyle said it today. Kyle said, I'd rather him take a sack.
Right. That's what we talking about. Take the sack. Because if you take the sack, then we can always punt the ball and play defense. But if you trying to make something happen and doing something that's out of your skill set, it's gonna cost us with a turnover, whether you getting sacked and stripped, fumble, or you throwing a pick.
Yeah. Because we all know special teams won that game for us last Saturday.
And the defense, because the offense wasn't there till the end.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why I was telling my brothers on the panel. That's why some of the faithful was concerned about Jimmy regarding his execution. Like, why it has to be so late. You understand? And he puts it on himself, I think, to the point that he could just do a little bit more. You follow? And I mean, it's unnecessary that he has to throw those almost pick six. And I'm like, yo, throw the ball out of bounds, especially in that weather we was in Saturday. Now we're playing in the domes this Sunday. There's no excuses, man. None.
Yeah, you got that right, Mark. No matter what, man. Yeah, I was gonna bounce off you, Troy, what you said about him running. I think it's a mindset. I think he still has that damn injury in his head. To me, I think he does. If he runs that damn ball, you never know. He might get tackled hard.
Yeah, but you're wearing a knee brace, so I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, on some level, okay, you a few years removed from the injury. So I mean, come on, at this point, man, look, this is the NFC Championship. You already got the thumb, you already got the shoulder, with Shanahan said the shoulder fine. So what else you got to lose at this point? And it's okay. If you could sneak and get a first down, why can't you run when a pocket break down and get yards? If it's 2 or 3 yards to not throw the turnover. Right. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay, everybody else sacrificing their body. Yeah, we don't want you to get hurt to where you ain't in there, but that's why you slide. Come on, man. Most of these quarterbacks slide. Yeah. We ain't telling you dive head first and get smashed from the side up, something like that. Slide.
And if you think about it, if it wasn't for that lane opening, he wouldn't be able to run a little bit to show that pass. Because exactly. Most of the time they will have it packed to the point he can't run forward. But for some reason, that play, that pocket open.
Exactly.
From the outside. So I'm just saying, like we were just saying, like, yo, just get out the pocket, man. Just run, keep the play alive. But yeah, man. Yo, this Sunday, fellas, I just think we're gonna see some stuff to the point. I think both teams is gonna dig in their bag. I'm telling you guys, this game is personal.
Oh yeah.
man. And we on a mission.
I there now. I better not seen there another freaking Sean McVay freaking celebration inside the end zone again.
So I mean,
we talked about
I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed.
we talked
That
about
should be a freaking flag. It should have been.
he ain't gonna do it again.
we talked about that.
He ain't gonna do that.
No, I mean, I just think these boys are on a mission, man. They ain't letting nothing stop them this time.
They on a mission.
You know what I'm saying? They hungry, dog. They know they so close to getting back, but it's unfinished business, man. You know, just getting there ain't gonna be enough for them. They gonna finish it this time. You know what I'm saying? Just because of all what they've been through.
Okay, Mark. You go first, bud.
I don't know if y'all seen the presser. Only seen a little bit. I only seen it when Kyle and Richard Hightower was talking. Richard Hightower, it was talking a lot of great points, as well as Kyle. But I'm going to say about Hightower. He was talking about Debo, and he was just saying like how remarkable he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I gotta listen to press conferences.
Yeah, and I'm using my words. He was pretty much just saying like how he was talking about Debo, how he loves football.
Mm-hmm.
How he wanted to contribute with the special teams, like how Debo gets people going. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, this guy, he's special. And we've been saying that before. Debo is special. And I'm telling you, and you were saying it, Troy, they're going to have their eye on him to the point Kyle might surprise them with Jennings or Juice or Hasty or Benjamin or Warner, so it's like, again, they don't know what to expect, just like we don't know what to expect. However, Kyle was saying in the presser, he was saying both teams know each other. And he also said, just to bring up the Cowgirls, he was saying that they ain't played the Cowgirls in so long, they had to watch tape. Not saying that they don't have to watch tape against the Lance, but he was saying that they know each other. You understand? So that's a great thing when you play a team twice in your division and you know each other and you respect each other. And that goes back to what I was saying, that I think, my humble opinion, I think we're going to see something very special on both teams. And when I say special, I'm saying special based on something that we're not going to anticipate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you were saying earlier, my brother Troy, you were saying about, Odell is going to try to have a breakout game. And me about the running game, So I'm going to that game this Sunday, God willing, expecting the unexpected, man. I really am. I think it's going to be a tight ball game. I really don't want it to be a tight ball game, but I think it will, because this championship, which is the NFC championship, is meaningful for both teams. Mm-hmm. It is. It's meaningful for both teams. And I just really hope and believe that we can win it, man. By any means necessary.
Hey, Troy, I got a question for you. I said it before. I said it last week when before we played the Packers and Cheeseheads. I said it to my guys on our show. And I know the practice is not over yet. We have 2 more days of practice. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to jinx nothing. I really don't want to. But who do you think is going to make the inactive report this week for this game? Good one, huh? Good one.
So I think one person that we probably going to see on there that maybe we don't want to see on there is maybe Maurice Hurst. He's been on the inactive list he ain't been on the injury report, but he just ain't been on the active roster on the game day. Yeah. It seemed like everybody's healthy outside of Elijah Mitchell and Trent Williams, which we know they was going to take the whole week to recover anyway. We don't need you practicing so much as we need you healthy. So I think it'll be Diamador Lenore, it'll be Jalen Moore, it'll be Maurice Hurst, it'll be Trey Sermon. I think Wilson had a low ankle sprain, but he should be able to play. So it'll be Trey Sermon on there.
Gerard Wilson, you said?
Huh?
Gerard Wilson, you said, right? Gerard Wilson got released. He got released. He got waived.
No, I didn't say him, but whoever.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Nerl Wilson? Okay.
Whoever on the back end of the practice squad or the back end of the roster ain't gonna be on the inactive list.
I got you.
Like off the top of my head, thinking that it'll probably be more research. Trey Sermon, Diamador Lenore, Jalen Moore, and whoever else. It'll be a couple more players, but that's the name. That's the one that's rocking name on the top of my head. Who's been kind of on the inactive list for the first 2 playoff games.
And you might be right too. You might be right.
Yeah, because they're gonna have all of the players that's been contributing to the first 2 victories gonna be out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we hope Amber Thomas is gonna be healthy because he was on the inactive list against Green Bay. But if he practicing limited tomorrow and Friday, I suspect he'll be up. Yeah. For the game. Now whether he start or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they roll with Dante Johnson and see how he do if he start getting torched, which we don't want to see. Maybe they'll throw Amber in. But to me, if Amber is healthy enough to start, you start him, and you got Dante Johnson to back him up. Right. And you give Dante his props. He's been playing and balling and making the plays when he had to. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is that all of the players that we know is healthy and contributing for these first 2 playoff games going to be out there. And that's all we want. We're going to have a full crew out there. And then I think another thing I was thinking on that's an advantage with the Rams beating Tampa Bay, we don't have to travel across the country. They're going to stay in their own time zone. So it ain't like you got to take a day to fly from Frisco all the way to Tampa, where that's wearing on your body too. You know what I'm saying? You can do your normal routine. It's about an hour flight from up north to down south. So if they wanted to leave on a Saturday, they could leave on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about your body clock being adjusted, getting used to the East Coast time being 3 hours behind from West Coast. You still in your time zone. You know what I'm saying? And then all the favors going to LA anyway. You've been seeing all the stuff all week about the tickets and Stafford White trying to buy tickets to give to Rams fans because it don't matter who you get a ticket to. We done took your stadium over any damn way. It ain't gonna matter no way who you put in there. We done took y'all stadium over anyway. They calling it Levi South down there. So we know it's gonna be.
You know what? It is a great narrative to talk about as far as writing it all out. However, you know what we want. We just want them to execute the plays, man.
Yep, exactly.
Yo, the fans don't play on the field. Our not play on the field. So as long as we can hold it down on the field, man, we will be just fine, man. We will be just fine, man. I just honestly, like last Saturday, yes, the special defense won the game. However, it was a team victory. You feel what I'm saying? And honestly, this is just me. That's what I want Sunday. A team victory. You feel what I'm saying? I want them all. Yeah, I want them all together in the game, which I know they will be. But I'm just saying that's how I'm looking at it. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm leaning more to the defense, like I was saying earlier in your show. I'm leaning to the defense to really hold it down. I'm serious. I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to them to hold it down, and I believe that they will, man. I believe they will. I just hope that they play smart, and put their foot down with the tackling, and because I believe that DeMeco Ryans, he's gonna draw up a beautiful scheme, So
I agree.
And I think that's what I was saying earlier, man. I'm not really worrying about the Lambs passing game because we know what to expect because that's their strength. And they know that too. They know that's their strength. So when your opponent knows your strength, we got our eye on your strength. So what they're going to do, they know, brother Troy, Ryan, we got to establish a running game. We got to. So I just think it's going to be a team, effort and a team victory. I want Robbie Gould to stay golden because he's been playing lights out. We said earlier, like this
we strive with that run game. We're gonna take the friggin' defense out. That defense. We're gonna take Aaron Donald out of the equation. We're gonna take the Devon Miller. We're gonna take him out of the equation. And I tell you right now, that secondary is not really that tough. As long as we take care of the defense the way we do our passing, pray to God. I don't want to say it, but pray to God Jimmy stays away from linebackers. But I'd say, because if he's on point, Jimmy G is a good quarterback as long as he lays them nicely. And hopefully nobody drops any passes like we did last week. That kid on last week, that should have been a long drive. But they got messed up. I thought I played it on Jimmy, but I actually played on Kittle because he was actually caught it, but then he just bobbled it. So it's going to be a good game no matter what to me. I may be nervous, but I'm not nervous. I know we can beat them. I know we can. Right now we have no injuries that I know of. All of our guys are practicing.
Everybody healthy. Like I said, only people that ain't practicing is Trent Williams and Elijah Mitchell, and then Amber Thomas was limited, and I think somebody else was limited. So no, they as healthy as they can be, and we know from the end of the season through the playoffs, they not, Kyle ain't, they ain't practicing in no pads or nothing. He trying to keep them fresh and trying to keep them as rested as possible. So, to say that, we didn't made it this far and then been through all of these games, and for them to be as healthy as they've been really starting the season off, that's a plus for us. So like I said, we know Trent Williams gonna be out there. We know Elijah Mitchell gonna be out there. Amber Thomas, I know Shanahan was saying was better physically this week than he was last week, so he should be out there. So we're gonna have everybody, man, and that's the beautiful thing about this is that we going in with our best people, and y'all lay it all the line. You know what I mean? Because you win, you go to the bowl, you lose, which we ain't losing. I don't think we go home, but we ain't thinking about that.
Let me ask y'all brothers a question. Was Trent Sherfield inactive last Saturday?
No, he was out there. He played special teams.
He was active. He wasn't
He's gonna be active. You ain't got to worry about him. Now I don't know if he gonna get run as a wide receiver, but he make his money on special teams.
That's
so
true.
He gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the special teams just coming off of the high of, what they did against Green Bay, I think we don't really have too much to worry about. Now, I'm not saying, God forbid, they don't fumble or something like that, but I think confidence-wise, this the best they looked all year. And I think the momentum from what they did to help us win the game against Green Bay is going to carry over against the Rams. Right. With the coverages, with Wisnowski being on point with the punts, with the hang time, letting the coverage units get down there, and then the kickoff units as well. And then, like I said, Robbie, you've been good as gold. You've been on point. Pepper with the hold, Pepper with the snapping, and Wisnowski with the hold. And so all of the operation as far as the special teams is concerned is good. And even, like I say, Kyle will put Ayuk back there. He'll put Debo back there. Benjamin, you were solid. So I think I don't know, bro. It just, like, I said it on our show after the game. I said, I just believe we a team of destiny. I just believe that nothing is going to stop us from accomplishing winning this thing and winning this championship. I just think, because it's like all of the breaks going our way. When was the last time that, as 49er fans, and we've been watching for years, that in the same game, they had a field goal block and a punt block in the same game. I don't think I ever saw that before. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the way everything is falling for us, I just feel we're a team of destiny that it's meant for us to not only get to the Super Bowl, but to win it this time, to finish the deal this time, to be the champions this time. And that, no disrespect to the Rams, I ain't gonna call them the Lambs. I'm gonna give them respect. The Rams, we gonna take care of y'all. And then if it's Kansas City, most people wanted to be Kansas City to get revenge, to get them back for beating us. I don't care. Really and truly, I would prefer Cincinnati. That's just me. And I'm saying that from the standpoint of, okay, let's say it's the Chiefs, which in most cases, most people figuring it's going to be Kansas City. It brings up 19. And I have only watched that Super Bowl game maybe a handful of times.
Yeah.
It took me a couple months to watch after the game the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it brings back all of that fourth quarter. And then we have to relive Jimmy missing Sanders on that pass, which everybody say he can throw deep, but okay, throwing deep and throwing deep accurately is two different things, right? And so that's why I would prefer they play Cincinnati. That's just me, because to me, y'all wouldn't have no problem dealing with Cincinnati. Burrow is great. He went to LSU, and I'm not a big LSU fan, but when they won a national championship, I watch every game because the dude is that good. Jamar Chase is a beast, and they got a good team. Now, we beat them in overtime a few weeks back, so it could happen. And the reason why I say I think Cincinnati could beat Kansas City is because Kansas City might overlook them. Because really, their Super Bowl game was against the Bills, and they should have lost that. The Bills let them get the tie game with 30. How you let a team drive down in 13 seconds and tie the game when you was up 3?
I can't believe it here, man. I couldn't believe it here, Mark. I was so pissed. I was.
To me, it wasn't that Kansas City won the game. It was Buffalo. You lost the game. And now Kansas City figuring, oh man, Cincinnati, y'all beat Tennessee, but we know Tennessee was kind of a fraud. You know what I'm saying? We should have beat Tennessee on that Thursday night. We was the better team.
Right. So
Kansas City psychologically be like, okay, we done made it to 4 straight AFC championship games. This is the easiest of those 4 games that we had. We should just run through them. But Cincinnati might catch them if they got their mind off looking ahead. Because Kansas City might be looking ahead to the Super Bowl, but not focused on Cincinnati. That's the only way I see Cincinnati beat them. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you a question real quick. Did J.J. Jones play the Super Bowl year? In the Super Bowl? DJ Jones.
No, that's what I'm saying. This time
he wants to play. He wants to play. He said that on his presser. He wants to play. He can't wait to do it.
That's what I'm saying. And that, to me, this team is better than the 19 team as far as the defensive line, because by the time the fourth quarter came and Mahomes was running around making those plays, man, our defensive line was gassed. Buckner was gassed. Armstead was gassed. Bosa was gassed. D Ford, and we didn't have the depth behind them to give them a rest so they could be fresh for the fourth quarter. Now, man, we running 8, 9, 10 defensive linemen throughout the whole game. So everybody is fresh all the time. And then Kuseric and Tap, they do an excellent job of matching the rotations where you always have, enough beef inside to deal with the run. And at the same time, edge rusher. So it's always the perfect combinations. They do a great job with that. So if we do go against Kansas City, DJ Jones wasn't there the last time. Kansas City ain't got a great running game, and the offensive line is improved. They spent a lot of money on it and traded to get offensive linemen and drafted offensive linemen after what happened against Tampa Bay. But I still think our defensive line, them coming in waves, could deal with it and could get the pressure, because now it's not like they will wear down. They would always be fresh, and they would always come in and be effective. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I just think the 19 team, I think this team is a better team just overall in terms of being battle tested. The 19 team kind of cakewalk to the Super Bowl, and then when the pressure time came, they kind of cracked. These boys ain't gonna crack because they've been under pressure for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks now.
Right.
They've been under the gun for weeks and weeks and weeks now, and they responded every time. Right. So when the pressure comes this time, whether it's in the game Sunday,
this message and
the Super Bowl, they're not gonna fold. They're gonna find a way to get it done because they've been doing it for weeks and weeks and weeks now. The confidence to know that, man, if the game get tight and the pressure come, we ain't gonna fold. Man, they got it in spades. So to me, when that pressure come, see to me, what's gonna happen? And you kind of saw it against Tampa Bay. The Rams had Tampa Bay beat, was whipping them for 3 quarters. In the 4th quarter, you could see him starting to crack. When Tom Brady brought them all the way back and it was tied up at 27, they was about to let it go. They was about to crack and fall apart and lose the game. The only thing saved them was Tampa Bay. Y'all wanted to blitz and play man-to-man on Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Stafford made some great spectacular play. You caught him in the wrong defense. It wasn't that. Come on, man, y'all had turned the ball over 4 times. How you go from being up 27-3 with no turnovers to 4 turnovers and the game is tied?
Some day look right with that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The Rams mentally ain't tough.
Yes.
When the game get tight, we gonna be the one that ain't gonna fold. Trust what I'm telling you. Y'all gonna see it. If the game tight and the game on, come on, man. And you know why they ain't gonna crack? Because they was down 17-3 and they didn't crack. They came all the way back and we took it to overtime and we beat them. So when the game get tight, in the moment get tight, I got confidence that Jimmy can make a play. Matthew Stafford, you did it that game, but I'm telling you, the Rams gonna crack when that pressure comes because they ain't built for it. They, like I said, they almost let it go against Tampa Bay. They gonna let it go against us. I'm telling you, they gonna fold when they count. They gonna fold.
Detroit.
I hope they crack all 4 quarters, brother.
Yeah, that would be
Detroit. I have 2 questions for you. One, I don't know if you want to give it out yet because it's too early yet, but do you have a score prediction for this week or not? Not really. Too early to tell?
Yeah, it's too early.
Gotcha. And two, since D'Amico Ryans was on the block to get Buff in our team for a defensive coach or a head coach job, who do you think is going to be our next defensive coach if that happens?
Yeah.
Going, huh? Going, ain't it? I seen the one with Chris Kocurek. I won't mind that. I wouldn't mind that really. I like Chris Kocurek.
I don't think it's gonna be Kocurek. I think his strength is defensive line. I don't think it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
Unless they got somebody else on that staff that Kyle think is capable of being elevated to be a defensive coordinator, I can see him going outside. But it's going to be somebody that's going to run a similar scheme. I don't think it's going to be somebody that's going to come in and change the scheme to a 3-4 or some kind of different type of scheme, because we know it's been successful from Saleh to D'Amico. So why would you totally change the scheme because you can build your personnel for this scheme? So
I love the 4-3. I love the 4-3. The 4-3 is awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can see maybe it's a Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley was the Raider defensive coordinator before, all of this, before they, got rid of John Gruden and all of that. Maybe it's him. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna run a similar scheme and that is versed in the scheme and have experience coordinating the scheme. So I can see maybe
you still want the 4-3? You want to still 4-3 or 3-4?
I think that's the defense they're gonna play because you done built your whole defensive line that way. The strength of your team is in the front 7 with your defensive line and your linebacker. So why would you bring in somebody to be a defensive coordinator and they're gonna change your scheme to a 3-4 and be having Bosa stand up or having some of these players stand up when you got Kocurek and Darryl Tapp who is teaching you to put your hand down in the dirt in a rush that way. So that's what I'm saying. To me, if D'Amico get a head coaching job, which is more than likely looking like he will because of what he's doing in the postseason and how he done brought the defense along all year, then you got to bring somebody in that's going to be able to run the same scheme, but maybe put their spin on it, put their design on it, maybe tweak some things, and then just carry it over.
Yeah, with the 4-3. 4-3 is awesome.
Yeah, I can't see them bringing in somebody that's going to totally revamp and totally change the scheme. Maybe if Vic Fangio come over, that would be a great hire. And then he's versed in both. He's been in the 3-4 and the 4-3. So I think if Kyle could get him to come, then man, that would be a beast. Because remember, he was there when Harbaugh was there, but they ran a
didn't him and Harbaugh and Jed York have a good relationship?
I saw a report today that him and Harbaugh was in Vegas because Jim Harbaugh might be in line for that job too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we just got to see how the dominoes gonna fall. It would be great to keep D'Amico, but at the same time, if he go, like I said, Kyle would have to bring somebody in that's gonna keep that scheme. Because man, you got the perfect scheme because you didn't build it up with the players. And if you can get the right coach to, like I said, come in and keep the scheme, but put their spin, they mix on it, maybe tweak, or maybe add to it to make it better than it's been, which that's kind of hard right now because these boys rolling. Yeah. Then that's what I think he'll do. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if they have anybody on the staff that, he would elevate, to it. He might have to bring somebody from outside, but it will be somebody that he trusts could run the scheme and, make it work to the players that they have. So that's how I'm looking at it. With that part.
Yeah. Do you think they had a great relationship though? Him and Jed York and Jim Harbaugh? Did they have a good relationship when they were together or not? Do you think?
Well,
the football relationship. I'm not outside relationship, but football.
Well, when Harbaugh came in, it was a perfect time for him to come in. After Singletary was there. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, Harbaugh came, you had the Patrick Willises, and they were starting to get really good players, So Harbaugh, as far as the scheme goes, Harbaugh is similar to like Shanahan in that they want to run the ball, they want to play good defense, they want to, control the clock and be physical. So the only difference between Shanahan and Harbaugh is that Shanahan have a more is better with the passing game. Harbaugh passing game was all right. It was average. You know what I'm saying? Even when he had Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick, it was average. It wasn't like they was, had some sophisticated passing game. Harbaugh's strength is running the ball, physicality, defense. That's how he won. And that's the way they built the team. That's because that's his mindset and that's the schemes that they were running. When he had Fangio as his defensive coordinator, they was always physical. You had Willis and Bowman, you had Aldon Smith, Justin Smith, you had Ray McDonald, you had all these boys that was good. They up in their front seven, man. You wasn't whipping them up front, even in the offensive line when they had Ayuk Potty and Joe Staley, and they had the other guy, the other tackle, I forget his name, 76 when he played for them. And even the centers that they had and the guards that they had, it was smash mouth football. But the passing game was where they never really, to me, even though they got to the Super Bowl, and really they should have won it. They had a chance to win it at the end against the Ravens. The passing game was never really on par. The only really weapons they had when Colin was quarterback and was Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree, Delaney Walker. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really never have another. They had Anquan Boldin, but he was toward the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was in his prime. That's the difference between Shanahan and Harbaugh. Shanahan passing game is on a whole nother level than Harbaugh ever was. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see it once Trey Lance get in there and really start stretching defenses and throwing deep. If they could get a receiver to go deep with what they have in his arm, his offense is going to be unstoppable because he's going to design a run game. What you saw in Atlanta when they went to the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan and had Julio Jones and all of them boys and Sanu and all of that, that's what we want to see at the passing game when Trey Lance get in there. That's why everybody was wanting Trey, is because it's like, okay, man, we see what this boy could do with an arm. Let's look at the offense Atlanta had with Matt Ryan throwing deep. Mm-hmm. When this boy get his mechanics down and the timing down and start playing, he gonna be a beast because he could throw the ball. That's what we want. That's what Jimmy can't give us right now.
Right.
He can't do that. So we have to live with the intermediate short passing game, yak yards, run out the catch. But when Trey Lance get in there, we gonna see the short game, but we gonna see the long game too. And we're going to see him hit running backs out of the backfield and not being late with throws.
Right.
being able to get out of the pocket and escape. See, y'all watch the playoff game with Mahomes and Josh Allen. Well, Trey Lance is like Josh Allen, just ain't got seasoning yet.
Right, exactly. Nicely put. Nicely put. Pretty much.
That's what he is.
Nicely put. Yeah.
He's gonna be on Josh Allen level once he gets seasoning and playing time. Josh Allen didn't come in the league setting it on fire. He was inaccurate as well. But you could see that all of tools was there. He could run, he could throw when he was accurate. So the last 2-3 years, we see this boy blossom because he didn't got his mechanics down. He got the weapons around him, and he's accurate, and he can run the ball. Well, Trey Lance just need to refine his mechanics and play. And once the accuracy and the mechanics come, the sky's the roof, because he played at a pro offense at North Dakota State. He come right into a pro offense with Kyle Shanahan. So the marriage is perfect. He just need to play. That's it.
And once he really truly get the speed of the NFL, like every game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he only started 2 games.
Gonna be unstoppable because he can process now.
Yeah.
He can process information now. He just gotta play. And that's what everybody was wanting. Put him out there so he could play, so he could get the seasoning. But you give Kyle his due. He understood and knew what he had. He had a team that is on the verge of getting to the Super Bowl. So the best case scenario for us is we win it. We all happy and jubilant. Yeah. And then they trade Jimmy, get him some draft picks, clear that $25 million so you could sign back all the players that's on 1-year contracts. Yep. And you put Trey Lance in, and you got a chance to maybe get back-to-back. Because while he gonna have his bumps in a row because of the talent that's around him and because he's gonna get better, we should win more games than we lose.
I agree.
With him in there. So, like I said, the best case scenario is we go ahead and win this championship game, get this dub, go to the Super Bowl, win that, and then Jimmy, your trade value ain't gonna be no better than it's gonna be the best it's gonna be. We should at least get a minimum, maybe 2nd round pick for him. If somebody desperate enough, maybe a 1st, which I doubt. Hey, we'll take what we could take.
I think even now, being that he helped bring this team for a 3-round record, I think you could get a 2nd or 3rd round pick even now, just helping a team get into the NFC. And like you said,
like I said, if he win it, then that just because we ain't trying to think too far ahead to the offseason. We focusing on the task at hand here, but
absolutely.
But we know at some point they're gonna have to make a decision, especially if they win it. Do we keep him or do we trade him? And that's gonna be the stuff we gonna talk about winning in the offseason.
That's been my question for the last 3 months. That's been my big question. Are we gonna keep him because we're going to win Super Bowl with him, or we're going to get rid of him?
Right. So let's talk about that after we win it.
Exactly.
Right?
Good on Troy.
Yeah. So that's for down the line, But
you got it, man. Look, you got it.
So let me say this. I gotta go. Troy, God bless you. God bless. Been good. Ryan, God bless you. I don't know if you're gonna stay on.
Look, man, before you go, man, plug the show, plug all y'all handles so the people know where to find y'all. I'm gonna promote y'all to that, but y'all plug it while y'all on before we go.
God bless.
Well, y'all go ahead.
I'll stay on if you want me, Troy. I'm fine.
Go ahead, Ryan. You go ahead.
Okay.
This is your boy Mark _faithful 87 representing always faithful 24/7. Again, honestly, I'm grateful, man, that you invite us to your show. God bless you. Enjoy the journey, man. I love what y'all doing. I represent the Niners. Always great. And represent my he always say, ain't nothing fine up for the Niners.
Right.
So I just want to show love to all the creators that represent the 49ers. I'll thank y'all for being good. Thanks for having us on the show. We'll do it again, man.
Hey, Mark,
Yo,
love that shirt.
I like it.
I love it, man. I love it, dude. I love it.
Troy, thank you again, bro.
Appreciate you, man. You know, we're going to have y'all back on again to chop this up, man. You know, look, they win this game. We're going to have 2 weeks to talk about it. So we definitely going to have you back on.
Yo, I'm ready, man. I'm so ready, man.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all good.
excited. I'm not nervous, but I'm just excited. I'm one of them guys, yo, that, you know, always expect the game just to be great. Because we gotta remember, these are NFL professional players on the field.
Yeah.
Coaches, they trust who they call the field. It's all about who makes more plays than the other team, and who minimizes the penalties and the turnovers than the other team. And you know, we'll see what happens Sunday. May the best team win that day, and I hope it's damn sure they're ready to go. You know, so with that said, God bless both of y'all. Y'all enjoy your conversation, and I'll talk to y'all, bro.
All right, later on, Mark, man. I love you, man. Later.
Love you too, man. Be good.
Yep. So, what's up, Troy?
Well, I'm good, man. Like I said, go ahead and plug it, man, because I'm about to get off this thing.
Excuse me, sorry.
Long day. Gotta get right back up and go at it again. So, man, come on. Let the people know where y'all at. Y'all Twitter handles. I know Troy and Jizzle couldn't get on.
I got you. Don't worry, I'll take care of them. I'll take care of them. You're listening to, of course, my guy, Troy. And, of course, it's Ben Good from Faithful Boys. And you got right now Ryan at JMSY, Steve as Joe Montana, Steve Young, 16-8, their numbers. All right. And I want to definitely plug my man Mark that was just on here. You can follow him at Mark_Faithful. I forget your other number. Sorry, Mark. Forget your other numbers yet. 87. Sorry, 87. That's what it was. And of course, our man Jizzle, our man Lawrence, and my man Troy. Other Troy we have. So from Always Faithful 24/7. There you go. So yeah, you can find us on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch on Always Faithful 24/7. All spaced out. It's a wonderful feeling, man. I love it. I love doing this. It's a wonderful thing. I started this up about 2 months ago, and it feels good. It does. And it was a hard thing to do when I first started. I was so damn nervous. I didn't know what I was going to do, but then I got into it, involved it. So, but I want to thank you very much for bringing us on here, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Y'all
thank
family.
You very much.
Y'all family. So y'all always gonna have us. Y'all always gonna have a home here. You know?
Got you, brother. Got you.
It's all good. So like I said, man, I'm glad y'all came on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just shout y'all out once again, man. Always Faithful 24/7, man. Check them out on all their platforms. They done already plugged it and promoted it. Like I said, we're gonna have them back on our show, and you know, God willing, we'll be on this show, you know, going forward for the future. And like I said, man, just hit us up at the Faithful Boys Rounds TV on YouTube, and just be looking out for it, because we ain't going nowhere. We 3 weeks into this thing. We ain't even hit a month yet, and we already being blessed with people coming on. So just thankful for the opportunity, man. Appreciate y'all. And like I said, we'll be hollering at y'all, you know, for the future. For my sidekick being good, P_Warrior_Niner. Check us out, like I said, on all our platforms, on Twitter, YouTube, and Rounds TV. And with that said, man, bang, bang, Niner gang. We getting this victory on Sunday. We're going to the Super Bowl. Unfinished business. We ain't stopping. And with that, we're going to say good night.
God bless you guys.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Later on.
All right, later.
Later.
All right, this your boy P Warrior _9er, man. Had a great show tonight with Mark and Ryan from Always Faithful 24/7. They plug their platforms and they show. It's an excellent show. I've been on it. So please give them a follow, a like, a subscribe, and comment on their channel. Of course, for my sidekick being good, this P Warrior _9er for the Faithful Boys. Like I said, we 3 weeks into this thing. We ain't even made a month, man, and we already having guests on our show and being able to reach all across this country, man. Be looking out because we got another special guest, God willing, on Friday. Tony from Nothing But Niners, God willing, will be on to chop it up with the preview for the NFC Championship game. It'll be great to get his insight and what he think the keys to the game will be. And God willing, next week we got another guest that's coming on that from 49ers Hive is a platform that covers the 49ers and does articles. We're gonna have a contributor on from 49ers Hive, God willing, on next week. And you just don't ever know who you're gonna have on here with the Faithful Boys, because we on this grind trying to get the best of the best covering the 49ers, especially now that they on a Super Bowl journey. So like I said, for my sidekick being good, this P Warrior 9er, y'all have a blessed night. Be looking out for us Friday with Tony from Nothing But Niners. God willing, Saturday we're gonna try to do a Twitter space before the game, and then on Sunday we're gonna have our regular scheduled pre-game, halftime, and post-game show, especially after these boys get this victory. So be looking out to all the people that's supporting us and following us on Twitter. Y'all know the handle. Keep following us, keep subscribing and liking the channel. And if you know anybody out there that's really trying to get the inside scoop on the 49ers and just football and sports in general, Faithful Boys is the place you want to come to. So with that, I'm out. Peace and love. Later.